Good evening, fam. It's your girl Anaya A. And I know I just put it on social media that I will be going live at 9:30 p.m. But with this little boy named King, I can't do that tonight. Number one, your girl is super exhausted. I was going to say super excited. I'm super exhausted, but also I got the birds. They hear my voice and they want to chat with you guys. If it looks like I'm dead exhausted, it's because I am. But I still try to be presentable after a super long day. Either way, here's what I wanted to talk about real quick. Thank God for this iPhone that has a gazillion megawatts or whatever. I wanted to talk about how, again, I post this on Facebook often, but I don't talk about it as often because I'm super busy. Yes, I'm using super a lot tonight because I'm tired. Look at the eyes. Like, I did not go out like this today. I had my makeup fresh. Everything was fresh. But of course, when you have a whole day with this little guy, King, it becomes a thing. But I just wanted to shout out real quick my sis, Trina Nicole, because her boy, King, is AKA her fry guy. So shout out to my sis, Trina Nicole. When you go out all day, you become exhausted. And for me, I try to come in, I try to freshen up, and I try to, fix the makeup, do something about the hair, and then I go live. Ain't nobody doing that tonight. So just hear me good. And then I'm going to wash this good old face, wash off King. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to give King a bath. And we're going to bed because it's been one of those days. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if I'm coming or going anymore. So let's go back. Black people, listen to me good. We need to get more involved in law. We need to get more involved in political sciences. We need to get more involved in production, media, affiliations. And I'm not just talking about the twerk contest. I'm not just talking about, going live on your social media feed, which is what I've been doing a lot lately. But it's not because that's all I want to do is just go live and talk to you guys like a talking head. It's because I'm getting my life back on track. So with that being said, the reason I often talk about these things is because we are in a society where we are overrun, overlooked, we are overused, and oftentimes we don't understand the basics of what these attorneys, these lawyers, these laws, these judges, these courtroom people are talking about. Because law is a specific science. Law has been around since the beginning of time. If you guys notice something, even in the Bible, there were lawyers. I believe one of Jesus's fishermen friends was a lawyer prior to him following Jesus as a disciple. So he was a lawyer. He heard Jesus. He turned from his lifestyle as a lawyer. He turned into a fisherman, and then he became a follower of Jesus and became a fisherman of men. I feel like it might have been Matthew, but it could have been Luke, John, Peter. It could have been any one of those guys, right? If you know who it is, just hit me up on social media and let me know, or call my phone or text me. I say that to say, law has been around for thousands of years, but it became a thing for Black people to be the ones that were thrown under the bus, thrown into prison, like misused and abused in the law system, instead of taking into consideration that we need to study more law. Why do I also talk about these things? Number one, my family always used to be like, oh my God, you should be a lawyer. You should be a lawyer. As a little girl, I was like, I don't want to be a lawyer. I want to be a psychologist because I wanted to figure out what the hell was wrong with my relatives and stuff, right? When I would watch these different people and listen to their stories and then watch their behaviors, I wanted to be a psychologist. I wanted to change the frame of psychology. So I never studied law, but I studied Law and Order, like the show, and I studied a lot of different shows that had law, like Court. I don't think you guys remember Court Watch or something like that, Night Court. I was super fascinated by these shows growing up. So in between reading my books and all my activities and going to school, I would watch these shows and get educated in law. But apparently, I'm not a great lawyer because I just went to court on Monday and the lawyers for Amazon literally put me in the hospital, fam. It's a true story. Because I became so upset. And the interesting part, I want to say one of the most interesting parts about this is how I'm constantly talking about the Fani Willis case. I'm talking about how Fani Willis lost her cool just the other day. And I think she's lost her cool more than once or whatever. And meanwhile, I go to court, slam on tables, almost have heart attacks, almost die, and I have to be put on muscle relaxers because my chest has been hurting since Monday. And here's why. It's because I don't like people lying on me. I don't like when people know the truth about me and they want to be blatant liars. So with that being said, I had a whole nother thing I was going to talk about. Shout out to this man though I met today. You know, it's so funny. I don't know his name, but we were on point for the whole ride. Like we were on the bus together, riding through town, because today I decided I'm going far, far away. King was taking a nap. I had nothing else to do because today was one of those days. I didn't get much accomplished, but you know what? I said, I'm gonna sit on this bus and I'm going to travel for over an hour to another town because I'm just tired of my day. I'm tired of the fact that I had a mini stroke situation this week. And now I'm on muscle relaxers for my heart. And then I'm tired because I'm looking for a new place to live and that's like not going anywhere. I'm tired because like I'm super stressed out, but I feel great at the same time that I accomplished something on Monday. I don't know if you guys understand, but let's go back to the original thought. Shout outs to this guy who was so funny. We were eye to eye on everything. And you know what this bastard did? I don't even know his name. I think his nickname is Road Dogg or something. I don't know, black people and their nicknames. He decides to tell me that he was a Trump fanatic as we're getting off of this bus after we just spent over an hour chopping it up. You know, everything was on point. I felt like he was like, you know, sent by God to cheer me up a little bit because we talked about everything from P. Diddy to what else? Oh, like the situation with Young Dolph, Nipsey Hussle, you know, Pop Smoke, my bad. I'm so tired. Oh, Pop Smoke. You know, those guys getting worked out in LA. Like, we talked about so many great things. And then he tries to bring back the heart pain, aka the muscle spasms, by telling me he's a Trump fanatic and he's going to vote for Trump. Anyway, with that being said, fam, you could only imagine my muscle spasms started again. I have to take more medicine because that took a turn. However, I kept cool and we discussed all the things about Trump that I didn't understand why he was a Trumper with A, B, C, D, E, F, G evidence about Trump. And he kept trying to throw other things at me, and none of the points he was making made a lot of sense to me because everything he was saying I already knew because I follow a lot of the Trump scandals, but also the lawyers, the DAs, the judges affiliated with these cases. Hence why I thought I was a lawyer on Monday. Y'all should have seen your girl Anaya A. But anyway, I wanted to come on tonight to say, black people, get you some law degrees. Stop, you know, just assuming that the lawyers that represent us too actually have our best interests at heart. And I'm going to close off by saying, because I got to get to bed, I feel like I am super tired. Oh, by the way, the reason I'm super tired is because of this. My sister Joan, Lord of mercy, when the phone come back on, I'm going to have to call she, you know. Joan made a fish tonight. We don't even eat fish. The funny part about me, and I'm going to get back to my thought. The funny part about me is I looked up my sign as the Chinese astrology thing. I know you Christians out there gonna be like, Anaya, we're not supposed to look into these signs as a Christian woman. But you guys understand, like, Jesus talked about signs and wonders in the Bible. If you want to debate me on that, don't do it tonight because I'm tired. But understand, I believe in signs and wonders, and I believe everything has some truth, because a lot of our behaviors, a lot of the way we think, the way we act, the way we move comes from a particular place. Don't tell me we're just here behaving in a certain way and there's no relevance to what some of these people have studied when it comes to astrology thousands of years ago. With that being said, I found out when I was a little girl that I'm a dog in Chinese astrology. And from when I was little, real quick, I never ate fish. Like, I hate fish. I hate the way it smells. I like tuna fish a lot. And then when I have the cravings, I will literally like create like a fish dish or whatever. But I'm not a fish person, but I love lumbi, which is the Haitian, it's something, a conch, Haitian conch lumbi. I love it. I know how to make it now. It's like $100,000 for a box of this stuff for like 5 pounds. It's crazy. But anyway, I say all that to say, I think I got the itis. If you guys, hey, that's what's wrong with me. I think I got the itis. So if you see my eyes closing, I haven't even taken this muscle spasm medicine yet. Like, I took it earlier. That was like 7 hours ago, and I'm about to take it again. So I'm not drunk. I'm not high. Look, my eyes are super red because I got the itis eating Miss Jones fish. That thing was so good. It reminded me of my mom's, even though my mom and I are not the best of friends and we're not super cool, but she cooks. And Joan made a slaw. I'm assuming Jamaicans call it slaw. I don't know exactly what she called it, but it tastes like Haitian pickles to me. So, I'm not a fish person. I was attempting to learn how to make fish because somebody I was super interested in and attracted to loves the hell out of fish. So I was trying to take cooking lessons to make Jamaican style fish because this person in particular loves fish, and I was trying to feel real special and cool for if they ever asked me to cook a plate of fish or whatever, a pan of fish or whatever you want to call it, fish escabeche fish, whatever the Jamaicans call it. I could have been ready, but I found out some information, so I'm not in love anymore because they pissed me off. But anyway, let me calm down because I have to take this medicine. So if you see my eyes like this, if you see I'm slurring my words, I'm not drunk or high, I got the itis because that fish, I ate the entire fish. I almost went for the fish eyes, but I don't even like fish, never mind eating the fish eyes. So, but that thing was good, boy. Back to my thoughts, and then I'm going to sleep because I got the itis. Now I figured it out. Educate ourselves. Jesus had one particular person who was a lawyer who probably realized that you lie a lot when you go to court. Like, being a lawyer is super intense, and Jesus's homeboy, if it wasn't Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, it might have been Peter or Paul, or it could have been Simon. I know it wasn't Judas because Judas was a traitor from jump. So Judas might have been somebody that worked, the cards or like gambled or something because he was so bad. But anyway, whoever it was a lawyer. He had to do a lot of lying. So when he met Jesus, he probably was like, yo, son, you the real deal. I'm going to rock with you. I'm going to be your homie. I'm going to follow you. Say less. He became a fisherman of men, and they rocked it together. In my closing point, I want to say on Monday, I realized something, that this battle that I'm up against is something that I can't do on my own. I fought many a times in court, of course, getting my education from Law and Order, as well as like Night Court and those other shows. But when you're up against people that lie for a living and they deceive people for a living, it's kind of a different ball game. Furthermore, I have been so hurt by this process with this whole Amazon thing. And the reason I put a lot of stuff out on social media is for you guys to understand something. I'm a real person with real needs and feelings. So when I tell you they closed me down in 2019 without any knowledge of my own as to why I couldn't get my books, I didn't owe Amazon no money. I didn't owe Kindle anything. if you have a platform that's supposed to pay people when items are being purchased, but we don't even have the ability to even post our items and utilize our creative, intelligence, our intellectual property to make a profit, then how dare you try to say in one breath, oh, Miss Anaya had every opportunity to sell her book and we set her royalties. How, when I couldn't have any purchases done since 2019? That's number one. But furthermore, fam, you all proved my point when you just reopened up my account. And if I was such a bad person and if I did something so terribly wrong to you, Amazon, then why after we started communicating, I put in this like lawsuit against you guys for like this bad character behavior you have and defamation of character on my behalf and my name or whatever, which is not the verbiage I utilized, mind you. I'm just saying, why would you magically open back the account if I'm such a bad person and you think I have done all these crimes against you? So as I was trying to bring up my point, fam, and this is why I think we all need to study law. We all need to be smarter out there because the game is not fair. It's not fair against us as a black people. And again, law has been around for thousands of years. But for whatever reason, we as a black people like being on the opposite side of the law, whereas they're constantly representing us. But we need to represent ourselves. We need to learn and understand what's really going on. And so I think I said that already, but whatever. I close with this, get some education. Let's if you guys have gone through anything like this where Amazon has shut you down for no reason whatsoever, or if you're an author, you're a creative, they've taken your intellectual property and they're not giving you your royalties, or you have been hurt in this process of just trying to be a better human, trying to live this American dream, trying to create something, trying to make a little money. If you know anything that I'm talking about, then join forces with me. To the man that I met earlier today, I'm going to try to put this on YouTube, and I hope that you find this and you hit me up because, bruh, we were doing so good until that Donald Trump thing. But I really think you knew that, and that's why you waited for us to be getting off that bus, for you to be like, and by the way, ma'am, I love some Trump. I'm going to vote for Trump. Bruh. That man is literally, and you know what's so funny? I'm no longer going to talk bad about Trump because at the end of the day, this man has outsmarted so many people that there really may be a high probability that he may actually get this thing. I thought with all these charges against him, surely he ain't going to make it back. Not into the White to the House, not into the seat. But he literally has outconned everybody. But this is what I was telling this brother. Again, I think his nickname is Road Dogg or something, whatever the man's name is. I was explaining, as black people, I was explaining to him that he is a genius. Like, he is a marketing genius. That's how he has made it to the top and stayed to the top, is because he knows how to maneuver through all this. And furthermore, and this is where I close, and this all has to do with law and everything. Sorry, my nose is like running. Okay, I don't have a cold or anything, guys. Being out in the streets trying to get stuff done all day. So lastly, I explained to the brother the reason why you think he's so smart is because he doesn't play by the rules. Like, he's the only one of the presidents that could have gotten away with everything he's gotten away with, still getting away with, because he has put everybody in position to fall in place. Trump is a strategist. He knew what he was doing from day one, and catch this, fam, he knew that he would need these judges and these lawyers and these lawmakers to be his friends. So when he went into office, he gave a couple black people some, freedom walk charges, you're free to walk out of this prison cell and stuff. But you know what's so funny? He has his friends as judges for life. So again, full circle, Black people, get you some law information degrees, get you some understanding in these documentations, these judgeships. Let's do better. Let's make I was gonna say make America great again. Let's make Black people great again, right? And let's just do what we have to do. To all of you, I was gonna go on live tonight, but look, I'm tired. Right, King? Really? Are you ready to go to bed? Yes? You see, you don't want to say anything. Do you want Baba? What do you want? A French fry? French fries? Ba, where's my ba? He blew me a kiss just now. All right, so he's beating on something. Good night, King. Say good night. And he's laughing. Good night. Oh, he just pulled my shirt down. Sorry, guys. Okay, guys. We gotta go. But yeah, get you some education. That's why this whole thing went full circle. Trump got all his friends as judges. He knows exactly what he's doing, fam. Don't let Trump make you think that he's stupid, because he's not. Iwe? Who's Iwe? Igwe. The Nigerian kings. Igwe. King said Igwe. Baba. He's happy. A is for apple. He only speaks when he wants to. Apple. He only speaks when he wants. All right, guys. I gotta go for real this time. Get you some education. I love you all. More Black people get into law. Please become police officers. Become those people that are effective in making change. Stop running from your calling. I tried to run into my calling and be a lawyer on Monday. They said I should be a lawyer. I watched Mariska Hargitay, Officer Benson, a whole lot in court and stuff. Okay, she was an officer of the law real quick, but the way she knew the law, it was like she was an attorney. Her and, Stabler and stuff, they would like talk law language. All right, I gotta go. I'm tired. Now I'm just, bye. I'm tired. Good night.